lot going on all throughout our community, including in the city of Keego Harbor. And joining us now to talk about everything happening in Keego is Bill Bertakis. And Bill, certainly some of the biggest news out of Keego Harbor over the last 6 months or so has been in May. There was a fire at Gino's. There's been plenty of repairing that's been going on, trying to get Gino's back and reopened in that facility as soon as possible. Give us an update on what's going on with Gino's, where that's at. There's been a little bit of delays, of course, in that repair.
Yeah, I think the day was March 15th. And what happened was we were shooting a commercial. And Nick Libet from the Red Wings, he played with Gordie Howe. He was like the star of the commercial. And all the regulars were there, and we had a blast. And then that morning at 5 o'clock, Gino wrote me an email or a text saying, hey, the restaurant's on fire. Get down here. I thought he was joking, And went down there, and luckily somebody from the apartments there, his last name was Beaumont, I don't remember the first name, he saw it, and the fire station got a good jump on that, way before it got on trouble. When you come from the back parking lot, that awning in the back, it happened in the foyer. And they're not sure if it happened from the recess lights or the cheap Christmas lights in there, but it started there. But, man, they hit so much water, it wrecked everything. And, when you have electrical fire, you have to pull all the electrical because some of the wires could have got hot and melted.
Sure.
Okay, so what happens when they get about 75% done, the people see that there's structural damage up on the roof, and you got to do it now. And so, but that crew was not ready. They needed 2 weeks to get down there. So when they got down there, then they did their work, and then the electricals shift to another job, and then it took them 2 weeks to get back. So it was pretty a month delay. Now, what I heard is they're shooting for the 15th with the plan of make sure you open the bar and the kitchen first, so they can do carry-outs and they can handle everything. Now, of course, the hall hasn't stopped open.
Yes,
and they can handle 200 and 300 people. And we've had several events there. We had a fundraiser.
Yeah.
They raised $27,000 for the employees. We did the car show in there, and I regularly drive by. I see parties there. Okay, so that ends up being perfect because. I think around the 15th they'll be ready. It'll take them a week to get the kitchen straightened out and running, and all the staff got jobs too. Yeah. So I don't know if they're happy coming back. And so we'll have to see that. I hope they come back. And Gino's has been very generous, making sure these people's got checks as employees.
Right.
And I think the last amount every employee got over $8,000.
Wow.
So that they're family to him, and so the 15th is about the time the road's going to be open too, Cass Lake Road, 14 feet, 3 months, right? They did Lodge, 14 miles in 3 months.
Right.
So hopefully that'll be open as well. Okay, so other thing that happened, the Roosevelt moved, and it sort of devastated everybody in Keego. I mean, elementary schools moving really hurt the city. And, Keego's only 0.58 square miles, and you take the biggest building in Keego in the middle out, and it really hurt everybody. And they're leaving the playground there. Last I heard, November 15th, the new playground's coming to Abbott. So, I went through Abbott with a negative attitude, because I work there, too. I do teach shop.
Sure.
But I got to admit, the gym's bigger. The music room's better. The library's bigger. It's a better school, and it's made for 700 students. You only have 300 in elementary. So all the hallways are bigger. The facilities are better. And, if they have a concert or something, it is a better school. Now, the ceiling fell at Roosevelt, not the roof. And it didn't leak. But it was made out of either stucco or concrete with wire mesh. And it was put in with a nail straight and sat there for 100 years.
Sure.
And a square foot is at least 15 pounds. Now, the superintendent's just thrown into this mess, But I understand she could not consciously put people upstairs knowing that the roof's done. Now, okay, yeah, we can bust it all down and we can put a drop ceiling in and everything's okay. But so they're just going to evaluate it a little bit. We're not in a rush to move. And, I'll respect any decision the superintendent makes because I know her, and she her thought process is really good, and she's the ideal person for this job. Dr. Hill left us in good shape with her, so whatever she goes for, I'm going to support. Optimist-wise, the Keego Harbor Optimist is doing well financially, and we had a fundraiser, Gino had, and we had raised $3,000. We just did the steak night that we go skeet shooting and cook steaks.
Yeah.
And we're going to hit close to that, too, between raffle prizes and that. And we had a record amount, 70 people coming, which was cool, and 30 shooters. And that went well. So next for the Optimist is we're going to plan our pumpkin party, and that's going to be October 22nd. Now, this week, Principal Ryan West will make a decision if we're going to do it inside or outside. It looks like inside. We want to do it inside. So and that's open to all the kids, the public. We give you a pumpkin and fasteners and paint, and you make a pumpkin. Last 2 years, we had a drive-by where we just throw it in your car.
Sure. You go home, take care of it there.
Yeah. Okay, so Christmas, the 11th, Sunday the 11th, the Keego Club is having theirs at Santia Hall. And the West Bloomfield Club's having theirs the day before, December 10th, Saturday, through the fire station, 5 though, and where they come through pick up. So people are saying, like, how do you get these people, right? So what happens is you go to the elementary school and you ask the secretary, I need 25 people. Now, because of HIPAA laws and rights, she knows the people that get free lunches because of their income. She has no idea what their income is or the parents in the house or nothing. But if they're on that list, they're eligible. So she'll pick off 25 people. Then another club will come. I need 45 names. And then she'll keep going down the line. She does an excellent job making sure that nobody goes twice and nobody gets missed. And she does a great job of that. And honestly, any job you give her will turn to gold. Lisa Jennings there at the elementary school. So we got still a lot of plans. So, the West Bloomfield Club hasn't skipped a beat from COVID. We took like 2 weeks off. That was it. But we've functioned forward. We just had an essay oratorical contest went well. We gave out 3 scholarships, a 2,000, a 1,500, and a 500. And so we're doing what our plan. So we got the kids covered in our school district.
Yeah, that's good. And these Optimist clubs, they do great work with the kids in the school district. They also do great work beyond that as well. For those that might be interested in getting involved in the Optimist Club, from your perspective, being a member of both Keego and West Bloomfield, why should they join their local Optimist Club?
Okay, well, one, we're for kids. We're not a chamber, although 90% of the people have a business.
Sure.
And when a business moves in, they said, I have to help my community. Now, the reason they changed the Optimist Club, because like if you give to United Way, and actually I gave my money to Pause, you give the money, you hope to do the right thing. With this charity, you get the money. We use our dues for seed money, and then we raise our money through golf outings and stuff. And you get to shake the winner of the oratorical and say, hey, you did a great job, and shake their hand. And that's the scholarships. You get to shake their hand and say, hey, what are you doing? You go to Michigan State? What are you taking up? Man, we're really proud of you. I saw your SAT scores. I saw the recommendations from the teachers. Man, you are something. And that's the difference between the Optimist Club and a charity, that, there was something missing in giving, and it was shaking the hand, seeing the people. This is the difference, You're like the genie in the lamp. Somebody makes a wish, and you give it. Now, we're not going to pay for summer camp and somebody in Clarkston, but if something happens, the Jacket Club and the Optimists and the West Bloomfield are.
Yeah.
If there was a fireman that got hurt and needed a wheelchair, wheelchair ramp, we'd have that up in 2 days. You don't even have to worry.
Yeah.
So. We communicate real well. It's a small town. I can handle it. When I was in Southfield, it was too huge. I couldn't handle nothing. But, one click, I got all the shaker and movers email, tell them what's going on. All our clubs can make a decision in 2 days with their board, and we get it done.
And they do great work for the kids. You can get involved, and there's so many different things that they do in their meetings. They meet in the mornings, but it's a great way to get your day started.
So, like you said, how do you join?
Sure.
Type Keego Harbor Optimist. It'll leave you to that website. You write West Bloomfield Optimist. Now, technically, it's like Optimist of West Bloomfield,
Sure.
Optimist of Keego. And I learned that from Saturn. It was always Saturn of Troy, Saturn
Sure.
of Clarkson. So, and all of them have a link where you can send them an email. And it's sort of cool that out of the blue, every 6 months somebody calls me and wants to join. And we got a process of applications, not a big deal, but it makes you wonderful inside.
It is a great opportunity to get involved in your community and help people out directly. As Bill said, really see tangibly the way that your work and the work of those working with you in these clubs impacts your local community. Bill, appreciate it. Thanks for joining us.
Right, thanks.